Alrighty, this video is set to help with Chapter 5, number 16 from the test. The question is solve the inequality, and the inequality is 5x minus 2 over x plus 2 is less than or equal to 4. First step is to rewrite so the 0 is on the right side. So when we do that, we're going to subtract 4 from this side and add it to this side. Next, because we are subtracting fractions, we need to have a common denominator. So in this case, if we look at our least common denominator, our denominator here is x plus 2. Denominator here is 1, so my least common denominator is going to be x plus 2. I would need to multiply both of them by x plus 2. This one I won't have to because I already have it, so I need to multiply this one by x plus 2. Showing you that here, multiplying the 4 by x plus 2. When I do that, I'm going to need to distribute that negative 4 to the x plus 2. This is over the same denominator now. Set less than or equal to 0. This is using the distributive property, distributing the negative 4 to the x, negative 4 to the 2. Now we can combine like terms. Our like terms are the negative 2 and negative 8, which would be negative 10. And then we can also combine the 5x and the negative 4x, which would be x. Denominator just stays the same and still set equal to less than or equal to 0. Just rewrote the equation at the top of this paper. Continuing on with the next step. We are going to need to determine the real zeros of the equation. In order to determine the real zeros of this equation, we would set each equal to 0. So we're going to set x minus 10 equal to 0, x plus 2 equal to 0, and we're going to come up with the real zeros at 10 and negative 2. We're going to use these real zeros to divide on the number line into intervals. So we're going to divide the number line into intervals. We're going to have negative 2, and we're going to have 10 on our number line. Then we're going to select some numbers and check. Remember, we want to select a number over in this part, so less than negative 2, a number in between these, and then a number that's larger than 10. So I selected negative 3. So I substituted in negative 3. I'm going to have negative 3 minus 10, and then over negative 3 plus 2. I'm going to end up with a negative over a negative, which means that this right here is a positive. A number less than negative 2 is going to be a positive. Okay. So all the numbers from infinity to negative infinity to negative 2 would be positive. I then next pick 0. When this is simplified, it would be a negative over a positive, which would be a negative. So the numbers between 2 and 10 would be negative. Next, I picked the number 11. Checked that. It would be a positive. So the numbers from 10 to infinity would be positive. Last thing to do is just to double check and see if negative 2 or 10 is included in our solution set. So when I checked negative 2, I would have negative 12 over 0, which we know is not possible. It would be undefined. We can't have something over 0. When I checked 10, I got 0 as my answer. Okay. So now we need to find our solution set, and our solution set is going to be where our values are less than or equal to 0. Okay, so this is where that provides that solution. So we need to list the numbers there. Now, we would not include -2, but we would include 10. So our solution set is -2, 10, where 10 is included.